Greetings and welcome once again to my new calculus channel. My name is John Gabriel. So in our new calculus Discord, we were having a dialogue about the mean value theorem, and some of the members, who are, by the way, quite smart, still have leftovers from their previous mainstream training, which are hindering or placing obstacles in their ability to understand. So look, if you have an interval like this, okay, like I'm showing you here, these lines are the delimiters of the interval. You have to understand that a distance is not equal to a line. This, by the way, here is not a straight line. It's a symbol for the shortest distance between this point and this point. That's all it is. It doesn't mean there is an actual object there. There isn't. There's nothing there. That's just a distance. Okay. So, and this interval too. I mean, if we do an interval here, as you can see here, this interval getting shorter like that and longer, that's just a distance. This is a distance. Okay. So we cannot talk about things like line thickness or what happens when we get to the middle. There's still a line there, by the way. There's still a line there. Look. And that line there doesn't have anything to do with the interval. There's no interval there. Okay? So can we make this interval 1.52488 as small, infinitely small? No, because at some point there won't be an interval. Okay? Infinity cannot be done, right? So once there is no interval, then we have only one line of length x, and the mean of a line by itself is the line itself. If you take x plus x and you divide it by 2, what are you going to get? You're going to get x, right? Because it means you're trying to measure twice its size with itself, which means it'll measure x times, okay? Because 2x is measured by x twice, right? So then, look, can you take this process through to infinity? You can't, because like I said, infinity cannot be done. And 2, a number that can be found between two numbers is a theoretical fact, not a physical one, okay? So it doesn't matter if you're taking these two line lengths, there'll always be a line length in between them. And if they're the same line, that's the line length, okay? This is analogous to attempting to figure out if there is a smallest particle in the universe or a smallest distance. There isn't a smallest distance. Okay, 0 is not small. It's not great. It's not a number. Okay, that's another problem with mainstream learning, is that they have inculcated or brainwashed this thing about 0 being a number. It isn't. Measures nothing. Then the middle line doesn't care about an interval. It's a length, okay? And an interval is only relevant until there is no interval. Until there is no interval. Look, no interval, right? So the MVT is possible because of a telescoping sum. And I'm going to place a link to this fantastic article, which was written for mainstream professors of mathematics and calculus. And you can look at it. And the mean is itself not a sum. The mean is not a sum, by the way, because a sum is not a mean. And what does a mean mean? Excuse the pun. It means taking the line lengths, these two line lengths, or all the line lengths in this interval, and redistributing them so that they are equal. Okay, that's what it means. If the values are the same, then we stop. Okay, and of course over here they will be the same, and the mean here remains the same for all of these, because this here happens to be a smooth curve. Okay, something mainstream academics don't understand. They don't understand continuity. They don't understand differentiability. They don't understand any of those concepts. So, in my opinion, the universe is an illusion. Okay, and the universe is an illusion. There is no smallest particle, but some non-physical force, which is constantly moving things to make them appear as if they are solids or wholes. But this process occurs at every level and to varying degrees. It's the reason for our temporary reality. The instant this sustaining force ceases, then the universe will no longer exist. We are not real in any other sense than the physical, which itself is the illusion that we live in. Okay? So I have a theory for why we might be here. And of course, this is just a theory, and you can read up about it here. I'm not saying this is true, by the way, it's a story. And it's an interesting story. So it'll give you a different perspective on things. If you're not already a subscriber to my channel, become one. Follow me on academia.edu. I have hundreds of articles which are absolutely incredible. The best on mathematics, the best on philosophy. And yes, that's not just a superlative. And by the way, please stop posting crap in my comment section if I know of Terry Davis. I do know of Terry Davis, and there's no similarity between Terry Davis and me for the 1000th time. Okay, yes, he may have been very smart, but he was mentally ill. I'm not mentally ill. My depression, I do not consider a mental illness. Okay, in fact, I consider anybody who hasn't experienced depression mentally ill. So that's pretty much it. Become a subscriber. If you want to join my members only, it'll cost you €4.99 a month and you'll sustain me. It's just it's like buying me a cup of coffee every month. What's wrong with that? For enlightening you and making you smart and opening your eyes to all the bullshit that's going on around you. Till next time, I'm John Gabriel, and this is the New Calculus channel. Goodbye.